A nation shattered, the Rwandan Genocide. The Rwandan Genocide stands as a stark reminder of humanity's capacity for unimaginable cruelty. In just 100 days from April to July 1994, an estimated 800,000 Tutsi and moderate Hutu were systematically murdered. This horrific event, orchestrated by elements within the Hutu majority government, left an indelible scar on Rwanda and the world. The scale and brutality of the genocide shocked the international community, raising questions about the roots of such hatred and the failure to prevent the bloodshed. The genocide was not a spontaneous eruption of violence, but rather the culmination of decades of ethnic tensions and political manipulation. To understand the Rwandan genocide, one must delve into the historical context that paved the way for this tragedy. This essay will explore the historical backdrop of the genocide, examining the role of colonialism, the post-independence struggle for power, and the events that led to the horrific events of 1994. Finally, we will look at Rwanda's remarkable journey of recovery and reconciliation in the aftermath of this dark chapter. The seeds of discord, colonialism, and ethnic division. The roots of the Rwandan genocide can be traced back to the era of European colonialism. Before the arrival of the Europeans, Rwandan society was organized around a complex system of social hierarchies. While Hutu and Tutsi were distinct groups, these distinctions were largely based on social and economic factors rather than rigid ethnic lines. Intermarriage and social mobility between the groups were common. The arrival of German colonists in the late 19th century marked a turning point. The Germans, and later the Belgians, who took over colonial control after World War I, sought to simplify Rwandan society for administrative purposes. They imposed a rigid racial hierarchy, favoring the Tutsi minority, who were perceived as closer to Europeans in appearance and culture. The Belgians introduced identity cards that classified individuals as either Hutu, Tutsi, or TWA, a smaller group. This artificial division solidified ethnic identities and sowed the seeds of division. The Tutsi were granted privileges and positions of power under Belgian rule, while the Hutu were relegated to a subordinate status. The struggle for power post-independence violence. The struggle for independence in the 1950s further exacerbated ethnic tensions. As Rwanda moved towards self-rule, the Hutu majority, fueled by years of resentment and oppression, rose up against the Tutsi elite. The 1959 Hutu revolution led to the overthrow of the Tutsi monarchy and the establishment of a Hutu-dominated government. The revolution was accompanied by widespread violence against the Tutsi population, forcing tens of thousands to flee to neighboring countries as refugees. The exodus of Tutsis continued throughout the following decades, creating a large and increasingly dispossessed diaspora. Many of these refugees would later join the Rwandan Patriotic Front, or RPF, a rebel group formed in 1987 with the aim of overthrowing the Hutu government and securing the right to return to their homeland. Section 4. A Nation Divided. The formation of the Rwandan Patriotic Front. The formation of the RPF marked a turning point in Rwandan history. Composed primarily of Tutsi refugees, the RPF posed a significant military threat to the Hutu government led by President Juvenal Habyarimana. In 1990, the RPF launched an invasion from Uganda, sparking a civil war that would last for 4 years. The war deepened ethnic divisions and created a climate of fear and suspicion in Rwanda. The Hutu government, facing a formidable enemy in the RPF, increasingly resorted to ethnic propaganda and hate speech to consolidate its power and mobilize support against the perceived Tutsi threat. Section 5. The Drums of Hate, Propaganda and the Incitement to Genocide. In the years leading up to the 1994 genocide, the Hutu power ideology gained ground in Rwanda. This extremist ideology, propagated through government-controlled media and hate radio stations, portrayed the Tutsi as a dangerous enemy that threatened the very existence of the Hutu people. Radio stations like Radio Television Libre des Mille Collines, or RTLM, became powerful tools for spreading hate speech and inciting violence against the Tutsi. The RTLM, known as the radio that killed, broadcast racist propaganda, referring to Tutsis as cockroaches that needed to be exterminated. This relentless campaign of dehumanization played a crucial role in creating an environment conducive to genocide.